The young and the insurance lists? Obamacare is playing out just the way we thought. But now there's added trouble. Insurers are noticing that early buyers of health coverage on the nation's new plan are older than expected. Isn't that exactly what critics have been saying was going to happen all along? Charlie Kirk is the founder of the youth movement Turning Point USA. Katherine Timpf is from Campus Reform, and Matt Welch is from Reason.com. Thanks to all of you for joining us. Charlie, let me start with you. Have you shot for a plan? What are you doing?
Yeah, actually, I have the luxury of staying in my parents' plan for another couple years. But I see all across the country, I know a lot of colleagues and friends of mine that are 26, 27, 28 that have been forced onto the exchanges, and they voted for Obama enthusiastically, but getting somebody to vote for something and then actually get them to sign up and pay money are two different things. And they're just saying, why should I have to pay more for this health insurance? Count me out until somebody's going to make me pay, or I'll just pay the fine. I mean, it's exactly what people have been saying for the last 2 years in critique of this bill, and you're going to see premiums skyrocket, especially for young people.
You know, the numbers were out in the Wall Street Journal this morning preliminarily. 40% of the people that have signed up so far are over 55. They said 24% were under 34. I'm surprised that number is even that large. Katherine, have you shopped online for insurance, and did you buy any?
No, I have not. But, you know, working at Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, being a young person myself, talking to a lot of young people, and they're not signing up either. A lot of them are really angry, too, because when the president switched from saying if you like your plan, you can keep it to just kidding, no, you can't. A lot of the plans that were outlawed were those cheap, bare bones plans that make the most sense for young people like me. So, for example, community colleges in New Jersey used to offer these plans to students. Now they can't offer them anymore. So even the students who can afford Obamacare, they're trying to go onto the website and oops, just kidding, that doesn't work either. So myself and a lot of other young people are really frustrated, really almost offended that the president is expecting us to pay for all this when, you know, youth unemployment's so high and we're the least able to do so.
Matt, you know, you see in the media everywhere right now, whether it's the mainstream media or anyone else, saying that young people are not out there buying insurance. We wanted to bring some actual people on so we could ask them what they've been doing. I mean, do you think that this represents the larger phenomenon, and what does it mean? You know, if nobody signs up who's young and healthy, then who pays for all the very expensive people who have? I mean, I was reading a story about somebody who has, you know, cancer treatment. He spends about $6,000 a month out of pocket on treatment. You know, went online for hours and hours and hours in a row to sign up because obviously, you know, they're unemployed. They desperately need insurance. Those people are getting on. So who's going to pay for that?
Well, that's the taxpayers going to pay for it is the short answer to it. I mean, Obamacare is predicated on the notion that there'll be a wealth transfer from young people to older people. Oftentimes older people who have more money than young people do. But young people who are healthy and they don't need insurance will spend money on insurance. That money will allow insurance rates overall to not be that high. That's the theory. If you asked Obamacare rollout officials in May and June of this year, what does failure look like? And they put it pretty simply. Failure looks like the first day this is rolled out, the website doesn't work, and young people don't show up. That's exactly what's happened. Why would you show up? The people who have signed up right now are people who absolutely, positively need health care. That doesn't describe your average 27-year-old, 28-year-old, 23-year-old at all. It's older people who need health insurance. They're the ones who can
it's true. I mean,
at
the end of the day, as we say on the show, at the end of the day, it is always about money. So people who go to the website are sitting there and making a very basic math calculation, as we knew. If it's somebody like you, Charlie, you're saying to yourself, well, let's see, I spent almost nothing on healthcare last year, now out of pocket, even if I didn't have insurance. So now I look at what this plan is going to charge me. I'm going to spend $3,000 a year on this. This is money I don't have. Why would I spend $3,000 to have a plan when I could just take the penalty for not? It's simple math, right? Is that how you calculate it, or is there more to it?
Yeah, absolutely right. And I know other colleagues, this is the other great irony of the law, and as we're starting to see it rolled out, a lot of young people, they can't find work or they don't earn very much money. They're getting enrolled in Medicaid, which is not only not getting into the system, they're going to be in the cart that's going to bring down the system. And we want our young 27, 28, 29, and 30-year-olds in the Medicaid system increasing their dependence upon government. This is one of the great ironies of the law because the young people are supposed to be the ones supporting it, and they're going to actually be the ones that are going to be the demise of it, which is one of the great ironies of the whole thing.
Katherine, do you feel a moral or ethical obligation to go out there and sign up and participate in this wealth transfer of supporting people that are older than you, or is it a simple financial decision where you're going to look at your outlay over the course of the year and then what you would actually have to pay to a doctor and make the decision based on that. Which is it for you?
I feel it doesn't make financial sense for me to sign up, and I also feel a moral and ethical obligation not to sign up, and a lot of young people feel the same way. Obama has tried to market himself as being the buddy of young people. Look how close I am with Jay-Z. Young people are saying, wait a minute, I thought I saw you on Jimmy Fallon during the election, slow jamming the news and talking about student loans and how you're going to help me out. And now here you are expecting me to pay for health insurance for people who are older than I am, sicker than I am, and most importantly, more able to pay for it themselves.
Yeah.
83% of elderly people own their own home. 36% of millennials still live under their parents' roofs.
Yeah.
You know, it is very offensive to young people such as myself.
Matt, boy, angry people here. Matt, how does this play out in the end? I mean, what is the logical conclusion? How do we get out of this? Because we can all see the mess, but it's hard to see how it ends.
Unfortunately, we have this concept called death spiral. This is what happens when the healthy people don't sign up to your new insurance scheme. That means the sicker people do, they cost more money. Insurance rates then go up more, and so the young people are further disincentivized from signing up to your insurance scheme in this kind of a spiral of prices that look very, very bad. And the only bailout available for all of that is taxpayers and government writ large. So that's the way it looks until we get to a position where we can repeal, replace, delay, or do something else.
Guys, thanks to all of you.